In today's tutorial, after the introduction, we are to explain on the function keys F1 to F12. From F1, F2 to F12. They are called the function keys on CorelDraw. These function keys, when you complete this first tutorial, this first day of the learning, you are good enough as a beginner in CorelDraw. I'm telling you, you'll be able to design beginners things. Even some extent, you can still repeat it and master everything here to acquire intermediate level. You only have to just complete this video to the end, and I'll make it easy for you to have these keys tools on your head. I'm telling you that. So you're going to get that from this particular video. Before you end this video, you get that, and you will be good enough to design something with just first video of the tutorial. So let's get into it. On my screen now, we are clicking on new documents. Then it's going to bring you a preview of where you will design layout. So I will choose CorelDraw 8.5 by 11 inches, but it's currently on portrait mode. I'll come to the orientation and switch to landscape mode. It's okay to leave it at 300 dpi. So if you have a particular design, maybe book cover design or any other flyer or any other thing you want to design, and you need to enter a particular size, come here and change from inches to pixel to centimeter or millimeter, whatever you were asked to use. Enter the information, but I'm measuring this in inches. So it was initially on portrait, which was 8.5 inches by 11, or you see X there, 8.5x 10 if you are reading on a book and it was not mentioned about it. Then I changed to landscape mode, orientation now to landscape mode. I will leave my color on CMYK, cyan, magenta, yellow, black. I'm not using the RGB, but whichever you are using, maybe for online purpose or offline design to be printed, you can click on them appropriately. So let me title this design capital lock CorelDraw CorelDraw Day 1. Okay, so I click on OK to get started into the training. First of all, your workspace, your work area will show. So I'm coming here to click, look at the left side of your screen. The left side of your screen, you see the tools there. You see the features to use there. So on this square, I double click. Function is F6, but I double click to default size I have choose from outside. So it will bring a default size that you set from outside. If you are to enter another design size inside it, maybe you have your design on page 1 and you need another one on page 2 on the same document, click on the plus sign at the bottom of your screen. At the bottom here, click on the plus sign to have your page 2, but I'm currently working on page 1 only. So you have your file name. Then if you are supposed to change the file size, just come to this side and change the information, the object size. Okay, so I'm not going to that one. Okay, now let's take the function key from F1 to F12 accordingly. Then at the end, I'm going to give you the recitation of it, whereby you can easily grab it. You write it down on the book, keep it on your table, you go in, you go out, or you have it in your pocket. So anytime you pick it, you repeat it 1 or 3 days. 1 to 3 days. It's okay for you to have those keys on your head. So when you keep using it, it's still there forever. Alright, now F1 means help. CorelDraw Help. F1. When you click on F1 on your keyboard, that is CorelDraw Help. But we are not going to getting help on CorelDraw right now. So we'll go back to our work. F2 is zoom tool. F2 is zoom tool. Let's see, this is everything I'm working on, and right now I have to zoom in a particular design from this area so I can see what I'm designing very well. Okay, so you're going to use the F2, click on F2 now. Then you have your zoom tool in your hand. Your cursor has changed to zoom tool. So click across, click and drag. You click and hold while you use the second hand to move the mouse around where you want to zoom and drop together to zoom in where you need. If there's a particular place you need inside this design again, you can pick your zoom to F2 and still zoom in that particular side. So that is zoom to CorelDraw. Fortunately, there are two buttons for zooming. Letter Z only, Z, letter Z only is also zoom to. This is currently a rectangle tool in my hand. So when I click on letter Z now, it changes to zoom to. If the Z doesn't work or whatever, you have two functions there. Letter Z for zoom to. If you did not click and drag, you only left click to just zoom in that area that you click. But you can still get back to your work. In the next function, you're going to learn how I get back to my work entirely. So that is zoom in. F2, zoom in. You can zoom in your work. F3 is zoom out. If you already zoomed in some work that you're currently designing and you are done with the design, so you want to zoom out and see other areas, click on F3. You zoom out your work. Okay, it's going to zoom out. Now you have F2 in your hand. You left click, zoom in. You right click, zoom out. Okay, you left click, zoom in. Right click, zoom out. That is F2, zoom 2. You click and drag where you want to zoom. Then F3, zoom out. Now I mentioned, how do I get to my page entirely? Whether I have another property like another tool X where which is currently not showing at the main page. I'm setting that page for you to understand. So which is currently not showing on the main page, but I've imported that design initially, or I import the image, or I've designed it before. Now I want to use it on this particular working area and the object is not showing. How do I find it? That is the function of F4. Now you click on F4 to have everything, your entire page will show. Everything you have on your page will show. Now I click on F4. Can you see? Working area and everything. Even if you have another one elsewhere, everything is going to show. If along the line while you are designing, your CorelDraw is misbehaving, you are doing something, and the mouse is just dragging itself somewhere you don't know, and everything was that, just press the enter key once. Press it to cut that thing, then click on F4 to take you everything on the screen to show. Anyone you don't want, click on it and delete it. Select it and delete it. Then click on F4 to see everything on your page. Just like I don't want this rectangle shape now, I selected it. Let me tell you how to select it. This is I've clicked out. I'm not selecting anything. You come back there, select the object that you want to perform action on. That is the delete action. You just say I don't click anything and you press delete and say it did not delete. I'm pressing delete, not delete. If you are totally beginner, it happens. So go to that thing you want to delete, click on select it that I want to perform an action on this, and then click on delete. So the object has been deleted. Now I click on F4 to zoom my entire page again. Then it will come to the center. So come to the center. So we've done F1, F2, F3, F4. Now let's get into F5. F5 is freehand tool. I want to draw a shape of freeform. In MS Word, it's called freeform. I need a shape that's something like this, go like this, like this, like this, something. The shape is not there. You can draw it with your freehand drawing. That is F5. Now I click on F5. Then you see my cursor has changed from the pick tool to freehand tool. So when you click this, if you come to the left side of your screen, you're going to see it. Freehand tool F5. Draw curves and straight line segments. So I come here and click and go like this. You see what I want to design. Then it's going like this. Then come back here. That's mesh. That's what I want to do. Then inside I want to have a small eyeball. I will give that one white. The second eye and the erase inside. I put that one too. I'll give this black. And the other erase inside, right? I will give black too. Then the nose, your drawing with your freehand drawing, what you want it to be, and then the mouse. Okay. I get now. So let's when I get to the color property, let me quickly give it some color. I'm giving the mouth white color, then the face. So when you click on spacebar in CorelDraw, that means you want to drop the tool in your hand and have big tool in your hand. I click on spacebar now, it has dropped the Freeform tool or the Freehand tool. Then I give I select the face itself, that is the object I want to perform action on, and give it orange, or let me give it brown. Let me give it brown color. So give it onion color. The brown is down there. So I come to the eye, select it and give it white, and then the second one and give it a white color and give it white color. So I remember something now. On CorelDraw, you want to give several things the same action or the same color. You can select them together. Why this one is not filling is because the two edges does not meet together. So when we get to this, I'm using the function before we get there. Let me zoom in. I've clicked on Z and zoom in that side. So I will tell you this one before we reach F12, and then you'll be able to get it. So now I've put the edges together and they've touched now. And I can click F4 and get back to everything. I drop that, then I'm gonna pick 2 now and give it color. Okay, if that doesn't respond faster, let me just replace with this Ctrl G. Then I bring this here. Oh, it was filling the one under. I draw the design under. So I select this. There are layers. If not in this particular one, in the next one, you're going to. But I said even from the first video that you are trying, putting the time to the end, you'll be able to gain something. So you can use Ctrl Shift Page up to bring design down or page down to take it down. Okay, Ctrl Page down. Sorry, Ctrl Page down to take your design down or bring this up. This layer is up. You want to put it to the second layer to be behind that one, then Ctrl Page down. The design go behind. Then this one will be up here. This one will be up here, and that will be in between. Okay, this particular one now is in between. If you want it to go behind that one too, Ctrl Page down again. Okay, now it's at the back of the onion color. To bring it before this, Ctrl Page up, and here it is not showing above the white. So to bring it up again, Ctrl Page up to bring it to the upper layer again. Now I return this eye to its position and bring this down. Now just like I just told you the layer, if you want to select this and it is not selecting, does not respond, that means you are trying to select objects that is behind the current one. So you go there and take that one to second layer, you Ctrl Page down to take it to second layer, that one show up, then you give it the color, or you just move it aside to see that one and Shift Page up, bring that one to the first layer, like bring to front, not forward. You have 4 layers. This design is here. Bring forward, bring forward, bring forward. Instead of bringing forward, it's here, just shift up, bring to front. You get that? So the other side, you have design at the top, and forward, take it backward, go backward, or take it to the down. Like the background is not there. Initially, you just design the square or the rectangle shape for the background. Now, Shift Page down. So that is go to back, not even go backward, not one step, directly to the back. Just like this rectangle now, Shift Page up, come above everything. Let me move it aside so you can see the designs beside it. You can see. Then Shift Page down to back, go to back, not even one step. Okay, so I will turn it back to the center and bring everything in. So I'm giving this eye now the black color. Just like, okay, but this brown might not feel because the design does not match. Okay, so now we have this simple one, that is Freehand tool, F5, F1, F2 zoom to, F3 zoom out, F4 entire page, F5 Freehand tool. Now let's go to F6 rectangle tool. Okay, F6 a rectangle tool. Now I select the rectangle tool. That is what I came here to do earlier. I double click on the rectangle tool to adapt to the shape I have already selected. So now I have the rectangle tool in my hand. To use it, you click and drag. When you click, you hold it there and use the other hand to drag. Even on your mouse, left click, not right click. This one, select and drag. If you have something in your hand and you are using one hand like a master, double click very fast and drag. Double click and drag, just like this. Double click and drag. So you have your design there. But a beginner, click and hold, then use the other hand to drag. Now I have my rectangle tool, and also it can be used for square where the size will be equal. Okay, but we are human, you may not have accurately perfect square. To have a perfect square, come to the property area, top left, or where you have your layers. Then click here and erase the size there, the width first. Click on 2. Another shortcut key. Instead of you taking the mouse and scroll down where it takes time, just press the tab to jump from one column to the other, from one cell to the other. Even when you are filling form on page, you are done with this information tab to go to the next one. Then press 2 and then press enter to command it for the input you've entered. So it has changed it to perfect square, 2 inches by 2 inches. Very perfect. Now this is a square, perfect square shape. So I give it a green color, but we still have black outline. You can see the green, inside with black outline. Let me change the black outline to red. You're going to learn this before the end of the lesson. Okay, so we are currently on rectangle 2, which is F6. Now we have the rectangle. That's how to make rectangle shape and square shape. To drop this object and perform, if you want to move this now and you are clicking from here, it will do just the shape. No. To drop that to come here to the top left of your screen and select your pick tool. Get your pick tool, then you can select the object you want and move. Okay, if you double click, that means you want to take the property again, so don't double click. Alright, that is that. I think I have opened something. Oh, full screen, sorry. Yeah. So double click there, go to full screen instead of selection. So I've selected it. If you still have it in your hand, you just click on spacebar to drop the rectangle to anything you have in your hand except for text tool. So drop the tool in your hand and pick on pick tool, or drop the pick tool to go back to the recent tool you just used. So something came up now. This function that shows when you come to the center, you have that shape in your hand, or you have picture in your hand, and you click on the X at the center. Let me zoom in the X so you can see. From this shape now, I drop this into, look at this X that you're seeing inside, that indicates the center. And you can see at this side we are having square around edges and sides of the shape, telling us what we can do. Some other function we can do F2 to zoom this area that I selected. So you come here now. This design, I want to rotate it. You click it when you have already selected it and you're seeing some squares around it. You click and rotate again to change to curved ones. So you can come to this side, that sign you're seeing there now, to make it slant. This is how they make some shapes like this. Okay, Ctrl Z. Or you want to rotate it or curve it a bit, then you can come to the edge for nudge, then you rotate it as much as you like, then you're going to get the shape that you want. So when you're satisfied with it, you drop it. If you are not certain about the rotation, the degree that you rotated, you go to the property up here. Can you see angle of rotation? clear the number there. They say you should rotate it from 360, let me say 270 degree. Enter the 270 and click on enter. This is straight line now. Then I want instead of 360, let me remove 45 from 360. There we have 315, so I want it to rotate about 315 degree. Then you enter, then you see perfect rotation. Yet you can still use the shortcut that I just showed you here. So let me make it so you can understand. This is coming to one logo here. We have this before, then Ctrl D to duplicate, or you click that object and move to where you want and right click. Before you drop the left click, you right click together to make a copy of that. Okay, you hold the left click that you clicked. Now I clicked on it and move it. I come here, I want another copy outside here. Before you drop this one, right left click. Okay, you already left click and hold, then right click with it before you drop. Then you're going to have your copy there. You have to make it faster for you to understand. So I don't actually need this and I don't need this. Let's continue to work on this one. Let me zoom in F2 and this area to be something. Okay, so that is rectangle 2. I've told you how to rotate it. Click on it and then click again to see the future. That is 1. Now F6 rectangle 2. Now F7 ellipse 2. Every shapes that are related to circle, maybe from circle, over, and so on, you use F7, which is ellipse 2. So now let me zoom out to my entire page, and I want to have circle shape on my screen. You click on F7. This is from the left side of your screen. You can see the tool itself, ellipse to F7. Draw circles and ellipse by dragging in the drawing window. So I come here and click on F7. Okay, now you click and drag where you want. You go where you want to put the circle. I want it here. Then you click and drag. Now the shape is like oval and it's like circle. So even the circle is not perfect. Maybe the height is more than the width. So, and I'm having 2.422 and 2.482. The difference of 0.06 difference is not perfect. So I'll come to the top left here, edit it, and I want 3 by 3 inches. Instead of you coming down and select here and be claiming this one by 1 to enter 3, should have just used the tab key, then enter. Then the circle has come to 3 inches by 3 inches. Then I give it a color that I preferred. Okay, I give it yellow. Look at the information there. CMYK I selected cyan color 0, magenta 0, yellow 100% yellow, and black 0. Okay, so if I click the Ctrl key, let me show you that. I click the Ctrl key down. I've already selected this object, this circle that I want to work on it. Now I'm holding the Ctrl key and I want it to have 10% black together with the yellow, not to be perfect yellow. I'll hold the Ctrl key, come to black and select black, so it has reduced it. Then you have seen it has applied some percentage of black to it. If you want like a yellowish green, you just not use the black, you right click and come to green, then click on it. So until you're satisfied with the amount of greenish yellow you want, can you get that? That's another skill. And I wish you are in good knowledge when you complete this first video, and you will be proud of it. You see, I have Ctrl A to Z. I will do that one very simple way in just 4 videos, maybe for 7 keys or for 8 keys in 4 days or 4 attempts. You can get those complete videos. So this is ellipse 2, F7. You can use it for oval shape too. Okay, and adjust anywhere you want it. So the fill is no fill, none. The outline is align or 0.5. So now let's proceed to F8. Yes, F8. Now, by the way, I remember something. I want to move this thing here, but only this one is moving. Others are not moving. I designed them differently. I Ctrl Z to return that to undo the last action. So in CorelDraw, you click anywhere from outside, just like I take the cursor to now. I click anywhere from outside and click across what I want to select. You see, anyone that I did not, don't mind that it does not touch it. I select anything inside this line that I draw from outside will be selected. Others that just touch them, it does not fully cover them, they will not be selected. So I've selected areas of what I needed. Now I will drop the left click that I hold. Then only the name there that was selected. Then Ctrl G. You know, I told you I also go back to Ctrl G, Ctrl A to Z and teach you Ctrl G to group the design. I group them. First click outside, then come back and select the objects. They will all move together. They will all do what? They will all move together. Okay, can you see that? So even if you use this mouse, you use the arrow keys or you use your mouse, they will move together. Let me bring it down here. And even if you resize now, don't resize from above, it will affect the shape. And don't resize from side, except you have mastered it and you actually need that. It will affect the shape. What should you do? Resize from top right, from edges, top right or top left or bottom left or bottom right. So when you resize from this side, it's going to resize both height and width equally without affecting the shape. It just reduce the size. Okay, so I bring this down. And take note please, in addition, anytime you are walking, maybe you normally take the X here to move, but you have selected that object twice and it has moved to the rotating degree at the center. If you move this 0 out, let me see if the zoom tool will show that. Now this is the 0 here at the center here. If you mistakenly move it out away, that means you don't want to rotate at 0 degree. From the center, you don't want it to be perfectly rotating. You want it to be rotating by side. Look at my hand now. This is here and this is placed at the center. While you rotate that way, it will be equal to move this way. Okay, but if you drag the center, that point away, and you're now rotating, that means you're rotating by sides like this. You want rotation to be moving around the center. If you mistakenly remove that 0, quickly remove it by doing Ctrl Z. If you don't remove it now and you perform more actions after that, more things, you design more things after that, you now want to remove it without knowing how to come back there and locate the 0. You feel like this thing is not responding when it's misbehaving. So when you make a mistake, it's not what you want, just Ctrl Z before you go. Alright, thank you. So let's continue. F4 to see all my pages again. Now you see the circle is not at the center, it's somewhere else. As I'm saying it now, I should just return it quickly, but I can't locate the center by myself. Center should midpoint. No, until you find center. Can you see the words there? Until you find center before you do. If you cannot find center, just quickly Ctrl Z. It's now at the center or at the midpoint. So you can drop it now. Now that is ellipse to F7. Very good. I've taken it down. Why? We are going down. We are going to F8. Text tool. You want to type anything around. So take your mouse to where you want to type. Don't just stay on this and click F8. To be as if you are applying that action on this particular object. Come here. I want to design this here. Then click on your F8 text tool. Now you have the tool in your hand, you can start typing immediately. You only have it in your hand, you do not select where you want to type. Do you need a text box? Click and drag to create a text box as you want. Then you type whatever you want inside the text box. Okay, you type whatever you want inside the text box. That is the use of text box. Maybe you have information, you want to make a watermark. After you have this and you've got more of it, what is that? You've gotten main fonts, importing or pasting text. You are importing the text which contain formatting. Contain fonts, yes. Don't show this again. Okay, show it again. Now I come back here, F8 text 2. Oh, I have that in my clipboard earlier, but I don't want to use it. That's what it's telling me. I'm not pasting that. Let me type another one now. SDF space Ctrl Page. Those are the old keys to practice typing. I Ctrl C, copy, then Ctrl V, yes, paste it. So you can now make this as watermark under your design. But in another video, you learn this effect very better. Right now, I'm not using this. I just want to show you another function of text tool F8 before we go to the main one. Now that is that I deleted this. Come to the center, or if you want to select that property and delete it, don't it. Come to the edge on the straight line and click on the edge. And it's going to show you, if it show you this is not yet correct. Now it's going to show you this. Then it's selected. Now you can now click on the delete on your keyboard to have it deleted. Now come here and select just once. Don't click and drag, just click once. Now I have clicked once and the cursor is now blinking, ready for me to type. I want to type CorelDraw tutorial. CorelDraw tutorial for beginners. Okay, so you want to change, before I move on, you want to change the font style. You don't know how to change, so you don't like this font style. Now Ctrl A, select all text, not few. If you want to select few, your arrow should come to where you want to start from first. From the back here, then shift arrow left to select left to the left side. Or if you are at the middle here, you want to select from T to L, from T to L, that is from here. Then hold the shift button on your keyboard and use the arrow right to select until you reach L before you drop the shift. You selected tutorial. That's how to select part text. If I want to select all text, that is Ctrl A, align all. If it is object, if I'm outside text and I'm in my working area like this with text and objects, Ctrl A is now select all, not align all. You select all objects wherever you can move them together, group them together, position them together. You get Ctrl Z. That's not what I want to do. But you have to select your text tool first, then you change, and you come and click on the text, ready to blinking now, ready to accept your command, then Ctrl A. Very good. Just take instruction. That's what computer know. Instruction, give it this and it will give it out to you. That's why we have garbage in, garbage out. You don't understand what it's supposed to do, give it jargons, give it jargons. So, but just follow me step by step. So now we have selected all. Then I come up here where you can see this text information area font, change it to either Calibri body, Time New Roman, Old English font. Click on the arrow beside, from that arrow pointing down beside it for other options. Then you can select Time New Roman, then you can see it has changed. Then you can select, you can type the first letters of the font if you have it, the name with you, Old English fonts. I also like this font since the time I was training. So, but it's very good to have only the first letter in uppercase or capital letter and every other one in small letter to retain the something. Very good. I remember the shortcut key, so you can apply that one also at the same time. You see, all those things that some people learn as other features or effects on this, they are coming along the line. So just take your time, complete this video if you have to complete it again, and any amount of time it require you. Once you master all this, you can do anything on CorelDraw. Other ones are just shortcut keys and intermediate and advanced one. But even as a beginner, you can do good things for yourself. Yeah, I have a book on Amazon about that. That's I have just 5 days. You can complete CorelDraw. First day like this, F1 to F12. Second day, I divided the control A to Z into 4 segments. For second day, third day, fourth day, and fifth day. After that, I put many bonus. Color meaning, color difference, one color design, two color design, multiple color design, many other things in the books. Even some external link that you need the resource, how to get some templates, download fonts, download something, you get it there, inshallah. So that is about that, by the way. Now, what I remember to mention to you is Shift F3. If you have typed a lot of things in small letters, but it says should be in capital letter, will you delete everything and start retyping, taking time and stress and so on? Just hold on to the Shift key and click on F3 to change. Here is bring the options all out. When MS Word is just going to be changing it. Anyone you like, you leave it. If you don't like, you press Shift F3 again to change to the next one. So I want title case. Only the first letter should be capital, but that should be in small letter. So you can come to this side. Like I told you, this font is very beautiful. If there are some of you that used to do the also print on demand, like t-shirt design or something, this font is very good for that. CorelDraw tutorial for beginners. Only the first letter will be capitalized. Very beautiful. Okay, this is background that's blue. Let me use dark blue here. Okay, so I think it should be more okay that way. So you learn about color combination, color meaning, and so on. So this is CorelDraw tutorial for beginners. I have choose that font. So if you can Ctrl A again, I want to apply this to all. That's why I first. So even this knowledge will help you to be proactive. If you have mastered, it's something you have to do next. You want to do something now, but something have to come before it. You'll be able to know you have to do this before that will come. You want something to work in the next day. What are you supposed to do now before that day comes, then to make it possible? I want to change the font from title case to lowercase, which is small letters, but I've not selected. So it tells you that you have to select everything that you want to apply the change to before you click on the command, not just click on the command. If you just click on the command and you see the pop-up and it shows, that is your default text. Anytime you are typing, it's going to start from that. Whether you like it or not, it's going to start from that. But if you select that object first and then you click on the function, it will apply it only to that. So let's say as I give it blue now, every other time you are typing, it's supposed to start with black, and I do not select that object first, every of my text will be starting from blue. Whether you have to keep it in black, you have to be changing it all the time until you drop everything and you click on that again, then you have that as your default color. I wish to give as much as possible. Don't mind the time. It's for our own benefit. So now I've selected all text, then Shift F3. Don't forget, you can write it down and have it in mind. So lowercase, just like it's previewed it, lowercase is small letters. Let me show you that. Can you see? Then Shift F3 again. It's also applicable in MS Word or other functions. Uppercase is capital letters. Title case is only the first letters will be in capital letter, and the other letters will be in small letters. Sentence case, only the first letter of the sentence, not even each word of the sentence, will be in uppercase. Other ones will be in lowercase. Then the last one is toggle case. Shift F3, where some will be in lowercase and some will be in smaller case. Just take them. They look like here now. The first C, the first letter in CorelDraw was small, and the next one out was big because they are not two letter word, they are more letters. So it's keep others there. So but from the preview, shift F3, you can see that T was small, O was big. Then in the case C was small and A, S or E was big. So I just want to use the title case. Thank you, by the way. That is change case for words. So I'm using the title case. This video is getting long. Let me try to make it short, but everything it's come by the way is what you needed. I'm giving you instead of another video another time. You can get them together, and the more you watch something you just hear, you omitted, you'll be able to benefit it again the more you repeat to watch. That is F8. We only click and type. Okay, so here is like justify. If you come to the right side and you click this out, it's like you're justifying your text, but don't do that if you want it to be equally small and long. And then if you want to adjust the height and width together, don't use that one. Ctrl Z, and don't use the up except if you know that that's what you need to just give you this. So don't use that. And some people use this in maybe redo, meme, crows, or some other kind of what is this? Can you read the text that is inside this diagram? Then they embed it or water it together, just like auto embedment. So Ctrl Z to remove that. Now my design has moved down. I want to see everything on my page F4 entire page. So don't click from sides, just click from angles. So it's going to adjust everything equally. And by the way, just like I said, for our own good, there are some white dots under each letter. For each letter has a white dot. That is the function of F10. If you come there and you select that, you'll be able to give that particular letter different colors. You see now everything changed. So that I have not select that, Ctrl Z. Now F10. Let me not jump. I should just go to F9. F9 is what you have designed. You've entered the size. You want to view them on full screen. Just F9, full screen. Now it's everything will show exactly how it's going to be printed. If you zoom to click anywhere on the screen, it's going to drop the full screen. Now my current view is 87%. Zoom to fit is that F4. So zoom to selected parts. Come and I've selected the blue background. So when you click on that, it's going to zoom to that. If I come to this name design and I click on zoom to selected parts, it's going to come to that part only. That's where I want to zoom. I don't need to click and drag, but I want to zoom to 100%. What I have designed, the 100% of the 8.5 by 11 inches, the width and the height. This is the 100% zoom view. So now I can click on F9 to see that exact 100% size on my full screen. Now F9. Can you see? If that one is showing on that, it's not because you don't click the button where the sides here, you have to come to the sides here beside the color palette and just scroll down a bit so that that area will come up before you now go to full screen. So it's going to show this is 100% 11 by 8.5 inches. Okay, so you're going this full screen. Now let me come to F10 and show you that I said I want to tell you how they give different colors. Not that the type C separates, O separates, R separates, different fonts. This one, no. Just get it now. Select that object, CorelDraw tutorial for beginners. Now F10 shape 2. I want to give them different shape, different color. F10 shape 2. I click on F10, look at the screen, then you see the change. All those moving resizing features has got hidden. Then the shaping tool has come out. Now select this for C. It will change from white to black. That means you've selected only that one. And I give it light. No, let me keep that one on this, but I give that one black. Then to the next one, select that one that represents O. You change to black. If it doesn't change to black, you've not selected it. You probably select out. You shape to another object. That is why it is done. So go back and click on that O, then select the icon that represents it and give it the color you want for it. Come and select the one for how to select is the very top edge of that arrow is where you need to click, not the body, not this body is on this, and you say you select it, not like this. The very edge of that arrow is where it should be on it to click. It can be bigger, it can be smaller, whatever it is. You want to select here, the very edge of that mouse, of that cursor there, is what you need to select here or here or here. Not all the mouse there. I'm clicking, no. That very edge that is here, instead of clicking, you are clicking outside. That very edge. You bring the edge on this and you select it. That's it. I gave that so green now. Just like Google. Yellow, green, blue, red. So you come to the next one, E, and select the red. Okay, so that's how you give it different things. And even if you want to make toggle, you want to take this one from here and take it down. Or come down. I'll go up, see shape 2, that is F10 shape. So I'll go up, E come down, L come to middle. Can you see? So you can use the shape 2 to do all that. If it's too small, your Z or F to zoom that area, to design it however you want, F3 to zoom out, or F4 to just view your entire page at a time. Then spacebar to drop the zoom tool in your hand and have your pick tool. Very good. God bless your knowledge. God bless me. God bless you. So let's continue to the last two buttons. F11. F11. This rectangle tool that we have here now, we want to fill it another color. It doesn't have color. It's currently taking the background color. That color on the image that is on the background. So come there and select it. Then go and give it the color that you want to apply on it. Maybe yellow, maybe green, we have red. Let me just give it that dark blue. So you've given it color now. How to select this color very fast is F11. And click on F11, you see a dialog box that come out telling you to edit the fill. Then under you see fountain fill. So as you are on the fountain fill, you come to uniform fill. Okay, this is no fill. Remove the fill. Let me show you the object outside. This is the object. Come here. Then F11, the dialog box came up. So here no fill, no color fill. Here uniform fill. The color, one color you select will be very okay to everyone. And we're currently on CMYK, not RGB or every other color category. So I select maybe orange or any color you need. If you are seeing different thing other than this, that means your fountain fill is not on uniform fill. Look at this thing, it's on another one, just like fountain fill. To have gradient fill, you have gradient fill, two color transition from one to the other. That is on fountain fill. Okay, then if you go to the other one to see a vector pattern fill, just like the way they design some wallpaper background. Yes, if you join my monetization scheme, this is free course, free tutorial we are watching from YouTube, or I'll give you free access on Google Drive, or someone share you the video. This is for free learning. If you want to make money from your design, you sell your design online or get people to order you or hire you for order your design online. You design the templates and they buy your templates, edit it for their commercial use or personal use. However, on the commercial websites you earn. I'll show you that on my phone if possible. You have your template, just like go to Canva. People subscribe to use it Pro and you edit it to Pro template. Someone designed the templates there for commercial use. So as you buy the Pro or you subscribe, the person benefits. You might be sleeping, might be working, might be having soft life when you are using the design. So you just go and check his dashboard and see some sales there. If you want to make those money with one-on-one or personalized mentorship and some other benefits, other results, vector, background, model, images, and some every other things we are going to show you maybe at the end of the video, or some description anywhere around the video, you can then join my page training. For this, you get enough thing you need for personal use of free. Then so this about this is zoom around here. the width, the height. So if you increase this transformation width and height, the information here have to increase. But I'm not coming to all this now. This customize all the source there is to choose another one. But I think I'm not going there. If you want to fill it with another object, later I'll tell you about placing site container and image fill or some other ones. I've seen many searches, about more than 400 searches for different words online, which I will later come to that. So I'm just starting this first. So I'm not coming to all this one. You can navigate your mouse there, don't click yet, and you see bitmap fill. Just like blocks, you want to make something like a wall and remove the background of your image and place it on this, and so many other ones to cover it. So there are many examples where you can change from the fill and choose anyone around it that you want. But what I'm saying is fountain fill. The second one, uniform fill. You select uniform fill, you select the color you want, then you click on OK. You know I'm showing apply or something, so you fill it the color, that is F11 fountain fill, or you just come here directly and select the color. That is that. And lastly, F12. This rectangle tool has black outline and this one has red outline. This one outline is very tiny. This one outline looks maybe moderate like a frame, or is too big. I want this first one outline to be very bigger. The outline should be very thick. So come and select, don't just select any other thing and click on F12. Come and select the object that you want to give the outline and click on F12, the last button on the function keys list. F12. So general information about outline pen, F12, outline pen. Click on the color, select the outline color, come to the show color viewer to see the actual color you want to choose, okay, or you select the color from outside. So now we are on red. Now let me take it back to black. I've selected the black color, but this is the major size of the outline. Width, how wide and what is the width of the outline. So click on the arrow beside to get more options, more numbers. So come to a line to just make it softer and click on OK. So it's very tiny. Or you come back F12. F12 now, if you click on this and something come up, you are selecting the default outline because you did not select the object first before you click on the action. So anything you select here now, if you select 16, thinking you are applying it to this, it's applying it as a default color. So select the object first because the system is graphically embedded or built. That's why it's could automatically or with the use of AI perform the action of what I'm supposed to do. It help. Not a system, or let me say not a software will do that. So I select the object first. The normal process, select the object first, click on F12, the outline pen, and then select the width of the outline. How many points? Just 1 point, or let me give it 2 points to be strong enough. Then if you want it, you can see you want the edge to be very sharp, to be slightly curved, or to be well curved. You can select which corner you like, what kind of the end of the line you want. Maybe it has a sharp one, you want sharp one, blunt one, whatever. And what is the position of the line across, beginning, middle, or at the edge. So click anything appropriate or as applied to you, then select OK. When you are done, the outline will change. I come there, select it. I still need bigger one, F12 again, from 2 points to 6 points or 8 points. Can you see it's a preview of what I selected? This is what I want, a thicker one. So what's the shortcut for this? The shortcut key is F12. The key shortcut key is F12. But the main shortcut that's faster than that one now is when you select the object, take your mouse, scroll or navigate, scroll to the color palette, stay above the color you want to use for the outline. Then right click, not just click is left click. When you're just selecting like normal selection, change the inside, Ctrl Z to undo the last action. you right click, then outline color. If you left click on the color, you want it to fill, you want to fill in the color, you want to fill inside view of the object for that color. You right click, you want outside to change that. Go to yellow and right click to give it that yellow color for outline. Come to black and right click for outline fill. You don't want outline at all. Come to the X above or the slant line above, can be red, can be any or black color, and right click to remove outline totally. Ctrl Z, see the outline. Shift Z to redo. Ctrl Z undo. Ctrl Shift Z to redo. When you right click, you remove the outline. But I return the outline. If you just left click, that is remove fill, remove inside the color inside. Let's retain the color inside, and you have this one. I'll teach you power clip some other time, how you bring image. If you remove the inside color and you want image to show here, you can place inside container, because if you just bring it above, so not imperfect, and this shape may not give you the secret. But why you place image inside this one, instead of just adjusting power clip within, just like design of calendar and some other thing, where you see a particular real object image inside another shape, and you know, no, this is not like anything. How did you put it there like a normal way? That is power clip. Place inside container. How to edit it and position the image. Okay, and that very tailored video for that. This is getting to understand now. So that is the fill for that, and that is F12. Now let me mention each function keys with their meaning. Then you can write it down and repeat that side to put it on your head. I'm reading from my head too. You have it on your head, you can have it on your table front to apply whichever key you want to apply, check it out. But try to put it on your head so it doesn't take your time forever. F1, F, F2, F2, zoom 2. Let me start. F1, F, F2, zoom 2, F3, zoom out, F4, entire page, F5, freehand 2, F6, rectangle 2, F7, ellipse 2, F8, text tool, F9, full screen, F10, shape 2, F11, fountain fill, F12, outline pen. Again, F1, F or CorelDraw Help, F2, zoom 2, F3, zoom out, F4, entire page, F5, freehand 2, F6, rectangle 2, F7, ellipse 2, F8, text 2, F9, full screen, F10, shape 2, F11, fountain fill, F12, outline pen. Thank you for staying to the end of the video. I wish you the very best of luck. I'm going to see you in the next video. I remain Coach Adam. See you next time. God bless.